This call is being recorded.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, it is May 1st, and Miss Shirley said it. This is the Mother's Day month, and we know we always celebrate our mothers every day, but we want to welcome you to the Diamond Factory. If this is your first time here, we want you to recognize what this is. This is the place where like-minded individuals come together, and this is Wednesday when we huddle up with our Coach Dan. Yes, Coach Dan is our VP of Training and Development. And let me tell you something, guys. We hear from him every Wednesday that he's available to come to us, but we heard him in our conference like none other. We got to be in person. See, it's one thing to hear it, but it's one thing to be in presence. It's like watching TV on, church on TV, but going into the sanctuary. Well, we got to be in the anointing and the presence of Coach Dan Johnson. And today will be like none other. So, Coach Dan, are you there?
Absolutely. Good morning. Absolutely. Good morning, Akana family. Good morning, Dr. Roz. How y'all doing this morning?
Awesome.
I, uh, I am truly grateful for being able to join with you once again on the first day of May. The first day of May. We definitely missed you on last week. We were um, in mid-flight, and so we could not jump on, but we are here with you now, and I'm excited. This is the fifth month of the year of 2024. I said last night, I said, man, time is flying. Time is flying. And guess what else is flying? Um, we we got some products that is flying out the door, you guys, and that's all because of your efforts. But somebody said it's time to get more in 2024. You're in the middle of a contest. You're in the middle of a contest, and this contest is all about CV. And so the question becomes, as I was thinking about you guys this morning, how do you win? What is the mindset of winning a contest? What is a mindset of winning? What is a mindset of doing something um, that that's necessary in order to get you to where you desire to go? And I was reminded of a movie that I was watching called Ryan's Run. Now, if you've seen the movie, then that's good. If you haven't seen the movie, go see it. I'm going to give a little bit of a movie spoiler, but it's worth going to see anyway. I was on a plane and it was a long flight, and I did not feel like writing. I did not feel like, because you guys have that moment, right, where you don't feel like working. And so I said, I'm not going to write. I'm not going to work. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to catch me a good movie. And I came across Ryan's Run. At the onset of this movie, Ryan's Run was about a young man who was autistic. He was on a very extreme spectrum. His parents homeschooled him. His mother homeschooled him, and his father, get this, was a professional, not a professional. He was a high school football coach that has had a perfect record for the past 7 years. That means he's never lost a game. He's never lost a championship for the last 7 years. So his father was a high achiever. His father was a high achiever. And so there was a little bit of embarrassment about his son because his son could not produce. His son couldn't produce because he had autism, but his son was extremely smart. Make a long story short, there was this conversation about him going to high school where his dad coached. His father didn't want him to go. The mother insisted, so he went. The kid was bullied and all of those things that you can expect. And so, but he came to a football practice to watch his dad coach, and he saw somebody running. And this guy was running around the track as a professional runner, just training and practicing. And Ryan started running with him. And every time the guy would come out, Ryan started running. One day, Ryan saw a vision. The vision was in the form of a commercial on television that said a marathon was coming to his hometown, and Ryan said he wanted to run in it. The father said he couldn't win. The father said he couldn't do it. But Ryan had this vision. And what Ryan kept saying was, he heard them on a commercial say, who is going to be the best runner in the world? And Ryan continued to say, Dad, I want to become the best runner in the world. Can you help me? The father basically did not want to help initially. Ryan connected with this guy that was running around the track. And all of a sudden, every day, Ryan got up and said, I'm going to be the best runner in the world. And he asked the question, before that, he asked his parents, do they think he could be? Of course, the father didn't say yes. The mother reversed it and said, do you think you can be? Ryan eventually became one with that and said, I am going to be. He moved from saying, I want to be, to I am going to be the best runner in the world. Where's Coach Dan going with this? The first thing is, whenever you get ready to go into any type of contest, the very first thing you got to do is you got to take ownership of the mindset that says you are going to win. Because if you don't take the mindset that you're going to win, if you don't take the mindset that says you're going to be the best runner, if you don't take that mindset, then nothing you do is going to get in alignment with what winning looks like. Let me say that again. If you do not take on the mindset that you can win and that you're going to win, then nothing you do in the process is going to be what it takes to actually get there, because you don't really believe you should be there in the first place. So why would you even try? That's the mindset. But here's what else began to happen. Ryan began to run. He began to practice, and he practiced every single day. He got up and he ran. It was raining, and Ryan got lost because he was running in the rain, because in his mind, he said, I got to practice so that I can be the best in the world. Here's what I need you to do. So number one, you got to make a determination in your heart that you're going to win. Number two, you got to make it a determination in your heart. You're going to do whatever it takes to win. Whatever it takes to win. So what does that look like in your prospective businesses? Every one of you, everybody that's on this line should have a goal. What is your goal? And then you should actually have a plan to get there. Whatever those amount of CVs you want, in order to win the contest, then you have to be able to set it in place to actually get there. But if you don't know what your numbers are, if you don't know what it's going to take, then you're not going to know what to do in order to win. And so that's the second thing. The third thing is understanding that you are competing within yourself. So number one, you make a determination to win. Number two, you identify what you're going to need to win. And number three, understand that the greatest motivator should be the motivation of self. The mayor said that Ryan couldn't run in a race because it was going to be a spectacle. And at the end, Ryan proved everybody wrong. And he won the race. And he broke records while doing it. When he failed, when the opening shot, but here's the deal. It didn't happen without adversity. Your run, the Blessed Branches run, the Crystal Robinson run, the Dr. Roz run, the Minister Mooney run, the Gigi Harris run, all of those that's on this line, your run, your run will not go without adversity. And you have to understand that. At the opening shot, here's what happened. Ryan fell, bruised his knee. His knee began to bleed. All of the other runners start going past him. Everybody was concerned. They said, okay, I knew this was going to happen. Ryan got up. When he got up, what got him to get up is he looked and saw his coach. And he began to rehearse what his coach told him. And that was never stop running. And so here's what Coach Dan is telling you today. In the midst of adversity, in the midst of falling behind, that's not the time to quit. That's the time to get up and keep on running. Never stop running. Because no matter what everybody else around you is doing, if you make a determination that you're going to win and you keep running, I'm assuring you that everybody that's under the sound of my voice in this moment is going to achieve goals and going to reach places that you never actually thought that you would be able to do. That is a fact. So as I bring this to a close, as I bring this out and give you back the rest of your day so you could go and run, what I want you to know is this. I want you to, number one, make a determination and make a declaration every day that you're going to win. Number two, I want you to identify what is it going to take for you personally to win, to reach that goal. Number three, I want you to understand that your greatest competition is that within yourself. The ability to negotiate with yourself to do number four, which is to keep on running. In the midst of adversity, in the midst of trials, tests, all of those things that will come, I want you to keep running. And number five, what I want you to do is understand that if you make those decisions, you'll reach heights that you never thought that you'll be able to reach. Listen, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this gave you some insight. I encourage you. I cried in a movie. I don't cry. Well, yes, I do. I cry in movies. I was trying to be the tough guy, but forget it. I cry in movies. So what are we gonna do? And so I cried in that movie because of what it took for this young man to rise up against all of the odds that was rising up against him, that made a determination that he was going to win and be one of the best and beat out the best runners in the world. It doesn't matter where you start, but it does matter how you finish. Here's what I want y'all to do. I need you guys to finish. Go out there, keep running, and be the best runner in the world. I'm done. Thank you so much. Dr. Roz, I'm going to pass it back to you. God bless and prosper.
Thank you, Coach Dan. Oh my God, wonderful. So, guys, you've heard it. Let's go. Let's go running. And as our midwife, Phyllis Nash, would say, push. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.